Good evening. My name is Jessica Sperry, and it's my pleasure to be back at Pioneer Valley Christian Academy, where I began my teaching career almost 20 years ago. I have 3 children at the school in grades 9, 7, and 5, and my husband is a graduate of the school. He actually built part of the courtyard in the middle of the school's campus. So I have quite a long history at Pioneer Valley, and I'm delighted to be back teaching middle and upper school English this year. This year in 7th grade English, we will be studying a wide variety of great literature. Currently, we are reading A Long Walk to Water, which the students are really enjoying. It's a story about a man who grew up in Africa and was in the middle of some tribal wars and was displaced from his home. And it's really giving the students a great perspective on what it's like to live in a different culture and what it's like to really struggle. So we're enjoying that currently. From there, we're going to move into African folk tales and get a sense of what that means, what people believe in Africa about how the earth was created or other such stories. And then from there, we're going to spend quite a bit of time on Greek and Roman myths. So we're going to be reading some books such as Echoes from Mount Olympus. And this will give your students a wide breadth of knowledge about mythology. And it's my firm belief that you need to understand mythology in the Bible in order to understand all of Western culture. In order to understand any of Shakespeare, you have to understand both mythology and the Bible. So we will be teaching these books and these stories from a biblical worldview, and I'm thrilled that your students are also getting a hefty dose of Bible in their Bible class. And so together, these books and stories and histories will really give them a great understanding of the foundation of Western civilization. I will be trying to kind of follow along with their history class, and that's one reason that we read the myths and the Greek mythological tales. We will also be eventually reading The Bronze Bow and ending the year with Julius Caesar's, wrong one. That should be Julius Caesar, Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. This is Romeo and Juliet. And The Bronze Bow, which is a fantastic book based around the time of Christ. So we'll be reading a lot of literature that should be quite interesting for the students and also should match with their history. We are also doing some Greek and Latin roots vocabulary. So each week they should have new vocabulary words to learn and study. The beauty of the Greek and Latin roots is that it will build their own vocabularies in English, and it will also help them learn Spanish or French or whatever Romance language they might choose to learn in the future. So the literature, the vocabulary, we're starting every day with grammar, and I'm choosing to do a program called Mentor Sentences this year. Last year, the students had a separate literature and writing class, and this year it's combined. So I'm having to sort of find new ways to integrate all these facets of the English curricula. So each day they come in, they're given a mentor sentence, which is generally one that I've chosen from the literature that they're reading because it's a great sentence, or it has some wonderful vocabulary or interesting sentence structure, or whatever that it is that I'm trying to teach that week. So we will observe that mentor sentence. Students are invited to just first notice, what do they notice about it, and make some observations. Then we'll do labeling the parts of speech. On the second day, they'll learn a rule associated with this sentence. On the third day, they'll revise it, just switching out some words of their own, and then they'll create a new sentence on the 5th day based on the sentence structure. So this gives them some practical application to working with grammar. We identify parts of speech. I teach them grammar rules that go along with it. So each day they're getting about 5 to 10 minutes of grammar instruction. And those grammar sheets should be in the very first section of their binder. So that's our pattern, that's our routine that we're getting into. Currently, I'm trying to have their reading due on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and their vocabulary due on Tuesday and Thursday, just in order to kind of compartmentalize it for them a little bit so that they don't feel like they're trying to do too many things every night. They are welcome to work ahead should they want to get ahead in the reading, or just go ahead and do one more vocabulary lesson in study hall. I know many of them did that today. That's perfectly fine with me. I want to encourage reading. I want to encourage doing the vocabulary, and if they want to get ahead with it, that's great. Soon we will be integrating writing as well, and those assignments I'm trying to plan for Tuesdays and Thursdays, again, to sort of keep it vocabulary and writing on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then the reading on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So once we begin doing the reading, I will be using the Institute for Excellence in Writing for them. And this is a program that I have found great success with in the past, especially for boys. And this is a class full of boys. It utilizes checklists and very sort of simple, direct instruction. And I find boys especially profit from that. When they know exactly what they can do, when all of us know exactly what they're supposed to do, they usually profit from it. So I'm excited to be starting that pretty soon with them. But right now we're just really enjoying a long walk to water. As we go through the year, things will get increasingly a bit more difficult, and I will be trying to prepare them more and more for 8th grade and then eventually for high school. So we're off to a great start, and it's really great getting to know each of your students. I'm really thrilled to be teaching them. If you ever have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me.